G'day, it's Fish, the beach bum investor. I'm late today. You never know when to expect me, so you're just going to have to hit the subscribe and the notification button to know when I'm going live. It's usually around this time, but we're going to mix it up a little bit to give everyone a chance to get in. G'day, it's Fish, the beach bum investor. I'm late today. You never know when to expect. No one needs to hear that again. Hey, Crypto Chronicus. Joe, how are you guys? Just going to post up in Discord. Late today. Maybe some other people who don't get home on time usually will drop in for the convo today towards the end. We are running a little late. The Dapp platforms, guys, have been super strong overnight, as well as Qlink, one we spoke about yesterday, continuing to show strength early in its early days at market. So great to see. Z's in. Medi 98. Adam Tazen. Just going to turn off the Discords, guys. Tren. Nope. I don't know what BitConnect X is. What is it? It sounds like BitConnect, so no, thank you. Not interested. Brutal on that one. Sometimes I am. Just closing down Discord on this computer as well, guys, because otherwise we get the beepings. Floyd, you've got to contact me over at Discord, man. I have some things to send you. I don't think you've sent me your address yet. So let me just check my spreadsheet here. Yes, Floyd, you need to contact me over at Discord. Yep. Cool. BP, how are you, man? Chikai Hinahara, I'm still going to have to figure out what that means. Chikai comes in every time and goes, it's 51:50 time. I got no idea what that means still. Oh, you've been away, Floyd? No worries, man. Just hit us up over at Discord when you get a chance. The Neo wallet's been a pain anyway. They're having some teething issues with the latest implementation with the NEP5 token support. That's okay, man. I get it. It's like the price we pay as early adopters, right? We've got to trial the technology. We've got to report back to the teams what's wrong with it. So, it's one of those things that happens, and that's part of the risk you do take when you're investing in the crypto economy. Good thing is this, not reports of any coins being lost. It's just that they're having a lot of trouble being sent. 1080 for Crypto Chronicus. Grinkers, Peter M, Andy G, Spygo 2000. G'day, mate. Everyone's starting to roll in. So yeah, look, all-time highs for Ethereum, Neo, Icon, you name it in the Dapp world. It's been pretty good. Icon's just drifted back a bit from where it was at, absolutely smashing it out at all-time highs. Just going to bring up coin market cap, guys, and see how we're trending. I got another comment from a friend telling me Bitcoin was down and was everything going okay. I was like, my accounts are at the highest they've ever been. So yeah, Qlink Icon kind of levels out that Bitcoin drop a little. Mr. Mystical 2018. What? And your PIVX went to all-time highs at one stage as well. Well, I think it's all-time highs. It's like $13. It's pretty close to all-time highs. Stoked. So yeah, when I get comments from friends concerned that I've done a lot of money because Bitcoin's dropped 25%, I say, oh, nope. No, I didn't see. I was having a look this morning at the futures market on that, man. It looks like it's popped up nicely, but Z's just saying Event Chain are releasing some news in the next 24 hours. That was one of our first group ICOs. Was kind enough to be invited in to pre-sale with Ashton Addison. Good guy. I haven't spoken to him in a long time because I've been super busy, but that's the problems they keeping on top of everything at once. But we'll have to try and get Ashton onto the show as well. I have spoken to him personally a few times, so hopefully we can get him on here for a chat. Wilkie, the big whale in the house. ICX writing the good news from South Korea, North Korea relations. This thing is going to pop. Everyone has been conservative, to be honest. Go away, Wilkie. No, I'm joking. Good to see you, mate. People are valuing ICX logically on an well, I think you mean in a market that's not logical. If Cardano evaluation is anything to go by, it'll go overpriced, and I'm very happy to accept that watching green candles, listening to Gangnam Style. Whoop, 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 whoop. Very good, Wilkie. Yeah, man. Well, we're catching up. Me, Wilkie, and Jace are going to catch up and have a bit of a catch up tomorrow night, just to celebrate a good end to 2018, good start to sorry, good end to 2017, good start to 2018. So yeah, Jason and Wilkie haven't met yet, so we're all catching up. That's the plan anyway, unless Sub changes her mind again. All right, moving on. Bitcoin has struggled, guys. It's dropped below 15,000 now at 14.5, $14,516. It's down 4% and has taken the overall market cap with it down to 720 billion. Asia. Oh, absolutely, Pete. Peter M said, if you're on decent real world projects and are diversifying, you can sleep a little better at night and you can ride the red days better. Absolutely. So yeah, Ethereum has been strong though. It's above 1,300, guys. $1,305, up 13% in the last 24 hours. And really, you know, moving its way towards a 10 to 1 valuation, and half the way towards where Fish said it'll get to, which is 5 to 1, maybe 6 to 1. We'll see what happens, but that was kind of my predictions a long time ago. Ripple's taken heavy hits back down to the $2 mark. Way back down. Do you remember I think it was pushing 4 at one stage, wasn't it? Right up there at the highest. It has taken some significant losses, as has Bitcoin Cash down to 2,300, continuing to slide. Cardano, again, it seems like people are realizing that it was potentially overvalued for its stage of development. That's what we've got to keep in mind. Looks like on this round of theoretical versus applied, D versus Fish, Fish has won out. This is the way it's going to happen usually. ICX is up 13% versus BTC in the last 24 hours, says Chronicus. How are you, dude? Curai, hey Fish, how are you doing? Man, I'm doing good. I'm doing real good. Try good. Spellweaver said Ripple and BCH down. Celebrate. I don't know that I do that. I don't really take pleasure in other people's failures and other people losing money. But what I do take pleasure in is solid gains in solid projects like Ethereum. Guys, if you have a look at the greens in the market, they're few and far between, but they're ones that we're heavily invested in. So we've got Ethereum, Neo, Icon up 14.7, holding that $12 at the moment. Amazing. Rayblocks. Just having a look. Verge has come up. It came up pretty heavy after the Wraith protocol and then dipped back down. I told you that, didn't I, Wilkie? You said, what about this? I said, no, you sell into the event, mate. Fish on another winner. Hey, Dragon Chain, another DApp platform, up $5, up 23.72% to $5.18. Wax has come up, guys. I spoke about it at $1, so it looked interesting. I only had a brief look at it. Damn it, should have just grabbed a little bit. Anyway. Just having a look. ARK has been another good gainer, guys. That's been sleeping a little bit under the radar. I should have made note of it yesterday because I actually set some buys on it. I didn't quite hit them. Again, I was trying to squeeze and missed it, but yeah, I'm pretty happy still. Kyber Network's up 21%. The exchanges have actually done quite well. I made a Qcoin exchange video this morning, guys. So if you're interested in learning how to trade on Qcoin, I moved one Neo in there on the video, and within one day, I turned that one Neo into two Neo. So I do like trading over at Qcoin, gotta say. I hadn't heard that. Dry good Spellweaver. Price predictions for Tron pump tomorrow with partnership with McDonald's is announced. So wasn't it Alibaba? That's the thing. Like I'm just going to wait until. Is that an official? Like, is that 100%? Because if it was going to be, like, if it is an official announcement, it wouldn't be being announced tomorrow. So I'm assuming that's rumor that you picked up on Dry Good. Hey, Noddy, what's going on? Can you set stop loss on Qcoin? Brett, good question, man. Really good question. Every dollar you've put into Qcoin has gone up. Yeah, man. I bought Qcoin shares. I moved some Neo over there and traded that. I've done really well on my early days at Qcoin. And I got a referral link going for that, guys, if anyone wants to. If you haven't got a mate to sign up under me. And then start your own referral thing and do your own thing. Because it is good, man. Like I've made good commission off of Binance. So I'm starting it again for Qcoin, and it's a good exchange anyway. So yeah, we'll see what happens. I'm gonna see if I can get Qcoin, PIVX. Surf up? You got to be kidding me, Nodio. It's the Lake Pacific out there today, mate. Just nothing. Flood as attack. Fish hasn't surfed in 3 days. Fish goes crazy when he doesn't surf in 3 days. I've been riding my skateboard around town a lot though, so that's sort of at least got me out a little bit. But I've been so busy. Like I got up at midnight. I've been working since midnight. I went to bed at like 8 o'clock last night. Got up at midnight and started working. I've been working through till it's now midday here, and I've got plenty of work left to do. So no, unfortunately, well, it's good timing. I've gotten flat out busy while the surf's flat as attack, so it's worked out well. But I'm looking at going into competition up at the Sunshine Coast in like 3 weeks, so I've got to get some training done if I'm going to go in that. We'll see how we go. Hey, PIVX, $12.45. My savings account grew by 5%. I didn't get any staking bonuses last night, so unfortunately I didn't get the extra little bump. But no, I just like the idea of continuously saving PIVX and looking for the long term on that one. Substratum's been a good one for the crew, up to $3. I think we originally, can someone remember what the actual ICO price was on that? Did we pay 6 cents? I think that's a 50 bagger for us almost now. Crazy. Nodio said, I used to be a clubby in New Zealand. We got a foot wave every time the ferry went past. Oh, you got Ragland over there in NZ. I've always wanted to surf Ragland, man. Looks like a good left-hander. But yeah, there's a couple of places you can surf ferry wake in Australia. If you guys do it when there's no surf, the ferry going over to Stradbroke Island is one of them, and you can catch it on the shore there when there's absolutely no surf. But I'd say wave pools are going to become more prolific in surfing areas, to be honest, as the cost comes down. Anyway, what are we talking about that for? Oh, yeah, I totally called gas wrong. I thought gas would start going down with, more people selling off their residual income, especially the ICOs. And maybe that hasn't happened yet, so it's a trend we still might see. But gas has had a really, really good run. PR can pump? Yeah, man. I haven't seen, I don't think I've seen PR. I just remember saying Raglan, just going, that looks like a tasty little left-hander that I could do some damage on. What else we got? Yeah, Cobbenhood is one that's made a really good run lately as well. Probably because of Crypto Chronicles, he's probably putting buckets of money in there and single-handedly increasing its value. I'll tell you what I'm looking at today, Quant Stamp. It hasn't quite bottomed off yet, but I'll start catching that falling knife probably today. VeChain's solid too, I think so. I think so, Noddy. I think, I personally went with Walton Coin, but I think they can both do very well. I think that the idea is solid. If it's developed well, it's going to bring actual value to people in real world situations, both the customer and the supplier and the manufacturing line. So yeah, I think VeChain could do well. Not a good pick in my opinion, man. For the long term, it's had good run ups, so I can definitely retrace. Seems to be a bit of a red day in general in the economy, so there could be some good value to be had. Yeah, so I just want to have a quick look at Qlink as well, because that's not one that's, the good thing about Qlink is it's not even coming up in its rightful spot on CoinMarketCap just yet. So they haven't actually put it into the rotation as such, because they haven't got the circulating supply and overall market cap nailed down. But with Qlink sitting at $1.15, you're going to be looking at roughly a $600 million market cap. And that's going to put it on the first page of CoinMarketCap. Not only on the first page, quite reasonably high up at 600 million, a little over, maybe 660. And hopefully it's increased a little bit by the time they actually get it right. But I'm just having a look here where that would put it. And it would put it around the 60 mark, 60 to 70. So I think that's going to get noticed when it hits CoinMarketCap, because not everyone's trading over on Qcoin, right? And so not everyone's saying Qlink yet. And I think it's going to be similar to Icon. Icon was trading at like $1.20, and then it hit the actual CoinMarketCap pages, not just the You could search for it, but it actually hit the first page, and then it went to $4 and $5 and bang. So we'll see what happens on that one. DBC has no exponential long-term growth potential. Deep brain chain, Mr. Mystical, from what you can see. Interesting. No, I didn't get onto Red Pulse, man. We looked at it at ICO, actually, a long, long time ago. And I thought it was a good idea because validating information coming out of China, especially in the financial sector, is important. They manipulate their own markets. Well, the media does. They literally, yeah, I've said this before, but they bring out announcements and discredit them the next day. So discredit their own announcements. Oh, you got in at 1017 on QuantStamp and hodling strong. Good to see you, Mikey. Yeah, man, I'm liking it more and more. I haven't picked any. I don't think I've picked any up yet. I've started setting some buy orders down the charts for it and see what happens. But again, it's one of those things that I think is bridging a gap between theoretical and applied. Because to me, we've still got to complete a smart contract, we've still got the end game, and the end game is third-party information collection, i.e., Chainlink, and Oracle's, which went to ICO and we missed out. It sold out in no time at all. And you've also got, potentially a need for auditing of those smart contracts. And that's one of the value additions that QuantStamp brings to the economy. So I think it's pretty interesting. You know what I'll do, Mr. Mystical? I'll try and get Elon Musk on the show, since he started, what was it, OpenAI? And we'll ask his opinion on deep brain chain. It's a good mate, so I'll give him a call. Hey Fish, I know you don't do gambling, but XBL is a good one. I got in last month for about $6. It's up over $1 now. Good gains, Ed Hughes. Yeah, man, I don't do gambling. It's going to be hard for me. I won't. I won't buy anything that's associated with gambling. So that's just a philosophical reason. I still think that blockchain gambling is better than the traditional forms. So Noddy said storage won't come back. All those Chinese added to Neo are flying. Yeah, storage is up, is it? I haven't been keeping an eye on it. Man, Welky picked some up around $2, man. Where's it sitting? 255. Yeah, good run up. Good run up. Happy with that, for sure. 25% already. Where's the best place to buy altcoin in Australia rather than CoinSpot? Really wanted Binance, but not accepting new customers. Daniel Chippendale. There's a couple of spots you can use. Yeah, Binance and Bittrex aren't accepting new customers at the moment. I've got onto Qcoin is one I use. And, despite its low trade volume, Cryptopia does have reasonable coin availability. That's another one. That's a New Zealand site, though. I don't know if you want to use that. But the reality is, mate, is that most, I don't know of any exchanges that I can think of that don't, there might be a few, but most accept Australian customers. So it's then just about getting your fiat into, something you can trade with. What I usually recommend is going into Ethereum or Litecoin first because it's cheaper to move. Move that to the exchange, and then if you're so inclined, you can move that to Bitcoin and start trading with that on the exchange. Save you a few bucks in exchange, moving the Bitcoin around the economy. Jazz just said they've opened up registrations again. That's good to see. That's an interesting question. Simon GTA. Simon GTA said, what do you think a collapse in BTC will mean for Qlink and other altcoins? I think it'll rattle them for sure. It's very look, there's little doubt that the coins are starting to find independent parts of BTC, which is good. It's more realistic. But there's still a little doubt in my mind that a massive hit to Bitcoin is going to scare the economy. Because all I have to do is look at what happened this morning when I had friends saying to me, oh, Bitcoin's gone down. How much money have you lost? And so to the wider public, when they hear bad things about Bitcoin, they automatically tie that to the entire crypto economy through a lack of understanding. They don't understand that blockchains blockchain might not work as a currency. Oh, it might not. I work for PIVX and I can say that. It might not. I don't think it's going to fail, but it is possible to fail as a currency alone. But I don't think it's possible to stop the influence of blockchain in other industries where it provides a much more efficient and effective way of doing things. I think the people are going to want blockchain as a currency. It's going to be a bit of a battle. I know which side I'm on. What do you think about Dogecoin and about John? I'm going to call him McAfee because he doesn't know how to pronounce his own name correctly. Look how it's spelled, McAfee. Samuel Ola said, what do you think about Dogecoin and about John McAfee? Really altcoin opportunity. Well, Dogecoin, I've given my ideas on this a few times in that, it was rumored to start as a joke, but it doesn't matter. The tech's pretty good. And if the community gets behind it and people decide to adopt it as a store of wealth and a way to transact value, they can do that. That's fine. It's less manipulatable than fiat currency. So I'd take Doge over fiat. But for me, I don't hold any Doge. It's not something that I'm super bullish on or anything like that, but I don't hate it. And there's a growing community behind it. And the community has been quite generous in the past. So I don't know. I don't really have anything bad to say about Doge, if I can say that. McAfee's out there, isn't he? He's different. You just got to wonder, there's essentially 5 people who pretty much control the mining sector in Bitcoin, and he's one of them, along with what's his name in China. That's a lot of control for a small group of people, which somewhat feeds back to the idea of centralization, in my opinion. So I think a lot of his moves are made for self-profit. I hope that's not being rude. That's how I see it. Adnan's in and he said he needs to load up on Neo. APPC is a Portuguese project, is it? Cool. Isaac, what's going on? btcmarket.net is for Australian. Very fast verification. Thanks, man. Yeah, I will. Well, okay, Crypto Chronicles. Crypto Chronicles said I should just flat out put a shout out to Elon Musk. I will. I'll put to him with the premise that we are an investment group, small investment group, and we're looking at Deep Brain Chain, and we want to get his opinions on Deep Brain Chain versus OpenAI. And is there a need for it to be on the blockchain? Does that? I'll do it. I don't think I'm going to get an answer, but who knows? Maybe I'll get the first live YouTube interview with Elon Musk. Has he ever done one of them? I've seen heaps of his live interviews with proper news people. Maybe do one fish. We'll find out. Maybe if I buy a Tesla car and get my roof done with solar panels, which I'd do for sure. Have you noticed on Cryptopia.coin appears to be their exchange coin? When you open them up on the website, it goes straight to Cryptopia website. The coin looks like their logo. I hadn't seen that before, Nodio. Maddie said, what about Tangle? Tangle Tech's interesting, man. I got some IOTA. I think Tangle Tech's a good hedge against Bitcoin because it's a completely different value technology. I've started looking a little bit more into Hashgraph as well because again, it's considered to be an evolution of the blockchain. With any of these projects that are an evolution of blockchain technology or trying something that's a little different to the, a different way of creating a distributed ledger, you have to be aware that the public is going to demand testing before they see it as secure. They're not just going to go, oh, he said it's the best thing ever. It's been around 6 months and never has had really any volume on it, but yes, he must be right. People don't do that. Well, some people do. I don't. So I'm going to wait. I might grab some Hashgraph and some Tangle as sort of a hedge if I really look into it and like it. And I did that in grabbing some IOTA because I think the potential's there. But I also think you've got a lot of testing to go and a lot of bugs to iron out and a lot of, they're at stage 1 of their development, whereas blockchain has had a 10-year head start in their development. So it'll be interesting to see what happens. But yeah, I'm going to take a look at some other technologies that are coming in as evolutions or blockchain killers. Again, we have to go with this. Kev, what's going on? I'm your favourite bum. Jesus, mate. You need to get out more. Dotcoin may go like Binance. Qcoin shares have gone up 20% this morning, under 10 cents. Oh, sorry, Dotcoin may go like Binance plus Qcoin shares. Gone up 20% this morning. Okay, cool, man. I haven't had a look at it. Cryptopia launched his coin shares. You receive percentage of free profits. Okay, cool. Of fee profits, I should say, not free profits, fee profits. That's cool. All right, I'll have to have a look at that. Cryptopia doesn't have huge volume, so you're not going to expect to get the same sort of... I suppose there'll be less people holding the coin, though, I guess. It's interesting. We'll have a look. In my view, the reason blockchain isn't working well is because there is no true incentive to hold it other than the prospect of making profit. The idea of people hodling crypto and crypto only. It's an interesting perspective, BP. For their lives is only true when it's accepted as currency. Yeah, look, man, there's no doubt about it that there's a lot of the fact that people are holding it because they expect to be able to be selling it back for more. And that's what I say we are pricing on potential a lot in this economy rather than actual use case at the moment. So yeah, it's a really valid point. The other thing is I was speaking to one of my friends in the economy the other day, who I met was he'd come over and was pitching some stuff at PIVX. Nice guy. And we were talking about, coins with inflation versus coins that have a capped limit. And I said, look, the big problem with the deflationary model, i.e. Bitcoin, a capped limit, is that it actually encourages hodling, which is fine to a certain point. But then it becomes detrimental because there's no money circulating in the economy. So economies fall apart if the money doesn't keep circulating. And that's why, a small inflation rate does actually encourage continued spending. So it's not a bad thing to have a manageable inflation rate in an economy. So that was sort of my argument against capped limit coins, and why I prefer something that has an ongoing inflation rate, because it does encourage the continuous circulation of that money and increase spending. So yeah, that was my argument. It's an interesting debate. So if anyone has any opinions on that, you're welcome to put them in. If I don't agree with you, I just won't read them out. No, I'm just joking. I don't censor people. Yeah, Kev. We haven't looked at one today. Let's do it for you, man. Kev's asked us to have a look at GTC. Let me just make sure I can find it on market cap first. GTC game. We did have a look at this one, I think. All right, we can have another look at it. It's fine, Kev. Bring you over to screen share, man. Okay, game. Oh, yeah, this is the one with the unknown market cap. That's right. Down 15%. So if you're looking to get in, you do look to get in on those retracements. No parabolic at all. Nice steady growth. Retracement. Sort of downward trending at the moment, but this last little bit is kind of more sideways and even up just in the last, since, I don't know, really only a day, which is as good as a month in this economy. So yeah, not a huge parabolic anywhere. So, nothing, you're not leaving yourself overly exposed compared to some other coins in this market. Let's go and have a look what it's all about. I think I have had a look at this one, but I forget. Now, just remember, guys, we are looking at, depending on the circulating supply, but if the total supply we did have a look at this, because if it's at 25 cents, it's going to be, $500 million company. So let's see whether it's worth 500 million at its stage of development. That's right. I do remember looking at this because I had to switch over to English. New World of Gaming. It's collaborative, right? Yeah, crowdfundinggame.com. We did have a look into this. It looked interesting. I remember reading the quote from the head guy and all that sort of stuff. Yeah, so I have had a look at this one, Kev, on the show before, so I won't go through it again, man. But yeah, I mean, gaming's a massive industry, right? It dwarfs the surfing industry. Huge, multi-billion-dollar a year industry. So, it can have potential for sure. There's a few competitors coming into the space. Wax is actually not so much one of them. They're not really a competitor, I guess. They've probably got synergies with each other actually, because Wax is more about trading the, video game commodities, if you like, and that seems to be more about video game creation. So interesting, man. Interesting for sure. It'll be. I'd be interested to see how it benefits from being on the blockchain, because I know there are projects like that in the real world, right? Like collaborative gaming, like game building places, platforms, communities. I'm sure they're around. Saw something on it. Just getting back to the chat. Oh, keep hitting the wrong button. There we go. Okay, Seb. Okay, I'm moving back down because I've missed half the convo again. The main problem with inflation is that not always kept small and manageable. Yeah, that's right, Seb. And that's where the government-controlled fiat system is a problem, because it's not manageable. Not always. We've seen it in Zimbabwe. We've seen it in Venezuela, Argentina. There's a lot of examples of. The good thing about blockchain is, regardless of what the inflation rate is, it is in most cases predetermined and therefore manageable. Inflationary in the sense that if you own one, you eventually become the printing press, because you infinitely dish out pieces of your Bitcoin. Who collabed with Tron, Kev? Oh, Game did. Okay, cool, man. No worries. Aki5, so I got to come on your show before I return back to work this week. I won't be on as much. Yeah, man. Love to have you on again, Aki5. I can't do it today, dude. I've got a stack that I'm probably going to be checking out in not too long. So, but we can hook it up for another day. Yeah, man. Now, while it is still giving me trouble sending transactions, Crypto Chronicles. Fortunately, I'm not the only one. I was feeling horrible when I thought it was me, but apparently there are some teething issues. BP said, that's a really good point, but Bitcoin is almost infinitely divisible. So truthfully is deflationary per unit, but inflationary per exponent, if that makes sense. You can't technically run out. No, you can't. But at a certain point, the coin supply stops being added to. So that at that point, it is not has zero inflation. And just because you can divide it up into more components doesn't mean that you've all of a sudden added inflation to the economy. Qlink already is a company that provides cellular services and has partnered with the #1 electric taxi company in China. Yeah, that's right. They partnered with, what's the name? Centra Automotive in China as well. So they're going to be putting Qlink base stations into taxis to create a mobile Wi-Fi network, if you like. It's pretty cool. Mobile Wi-Fi hotspot. What is responsible for this Ether run, Mark G? A lot of good things coming up to do with scalability, mate. Looking at doing, moving into proof of stake and sharding and side chains, and a lot of people expecting the network to be able to handle a much bigger volume of transactions. So giving the ability for applications to run more seamlessly on top of the Ethereum network. I also think that the move to proof of stake is being more understood. So it's like, oh, okay, proof of stake. Oh, okay, so if we hold Ethereum, we're going to get residual income. Okay, cool. And it's like that made sense to people. There's also some pretty interesting ICOs still coming out on Ethereum, guys. It's not like they've all moved to Neo or Icon or any of the other Dapp platforms. There are still some really good projects coming out on the Ethereum network. So people could be buying up for those as well. BP was just finishing off his comment before and said, unless it all gets destroyed by a volcano. Nakamasha. Okay, I've lost that. The company has lots of winners on their team, including people from Alibaba and Google. Okay, cool. I think we're still talking about game there. All right. I'm moving back down, guys. It keeps skipping around, so I'm just coming back down to the... Can you educate the viewers on the difference between a coin and a token? Hate that people compare Qlink and Telco. I know at Crypto Chronicus is invested in Qlink. Okay, yes. Well, a token is something that's built on a Dapp, platform. A coin is its own blockchain. That's my basic understanding. Sorry, Simon GTA, please correct me if I'm wrong. Yeah, I reckon there's a lot of good ICOs this month and it's going to be crazy. I've seen a few that I like. Yeah, it's hard to keep on top of all of them. And I got to tell you, it's an exhausting process doing it on behalf of a few people. So I will be keeping them to a minimum, just picking out the absolute best ones. Mark G said, never doubt Vitalik. He's on it. Yeah, no, and that guy's so smart. I love watching him speak. Dry Good's been a little bit funny and said a coin is a round flat metal object used as a currency and a token is a round flat metal object used as a currency, but spelled differently. Oh, my screen's frozen, is it? Seb, someone dropped something about it on Discord yesterday, but I wasn't using my Ether wallet, so I was going to wait and find out what happened there. But I did hear something about you should avoid sending transactions out of your Ether wallet at the moment. I didn't know whether that had been confirmed or not. Simon GTA said, I am corrected or I am correct. I hope it was correct about the difference between a coin and a token. Yeah, so when you get a token sale, I mean, I often interchange the two terms, to be fair, Simon GTA. So it's something I need to work on. But yes, there is a difference. Okay, thank you. Thank you, Jao. Jao said it's actually a fake hack and Ether Blue were trying to fish people and not FISH because that's a good fish. The PHISH, the bad fish. Crypto K, as if I would track right over your messages, man. This thing skips around like crazy. How you been? I missed your messages. What do you got to say? Put it in again. I'm here for another 5. Never skip over a Crypto K message. That would have cost me a fortune on Dirtcoin. Coins should be marbles so that they roll around. I hope they invent actual printing press where you can print your crypto into units. Yeah, they already have BP. It's called paper PIV, man. You can't make it much. You've been busy, dude. Talking to Crypto K. Yeah, man. Whenever I spoke to you last time, anyway, you were on the road somewhere. It's good to see you, though, man. It's funny. We don't always get a chance to catch up as much as we used to. That's for sure. Zhao and I hadn't spoken in a week until yesterday. Yeah, well, Zhao can answer that for you, Seb. I'll leave him to answer that. You're in Houston now? Cool, man. Road tripping. Yeah, BP, you can print it out, man. Like, we can print paper PIV. Some of our guys have started doing that as tips at restaurants and stuff. They'll print out, like, 0.1 of a PIV, so it's like $1.20 or whatever, and you just print out a whole lot of paper ones. You can leave that as your tip. You can give it to someone straight away. All they have to do is then download the Android wallet, iOS wallet coming soon, scan it, bang, straight into their account. How cool is that? Preset amount of PIV on the bit of paper. So yeah, it's pretty cool. My coin for 2018 outside of PIVX, Crypto K, is Icon, ICX. But to be fair, we got that at ICO and we've made stupid money. We got that at 10 cents, man. It's sitting at like $12. So I still think it can do well from here, though. Like, most people are predicting above my price predictions, which was $30. And now I'm seen as conservative. So, yeah, Cajun Soul said, hello, Fish. Very informative channel. All my friends and family thinking I'm crazy buying cryptocurrency. I was lucky enough to participate in ICOs of ICX, Power, and Cobb. So, yeah, cool, man. That's great. ICX being Icon, we were just talking about. Power being Power Ledger, Australian decentralized energy market project. I think it's good buy for a long term. You know, you've done well on that if you bought it at ICO. Very well done. Obviously on ICX as well. Cobbenhood, I didn't track the ICO price, but I know that one of our crypto wave investment crew trades over there, and Cobbenhood's done very, very well in the last 24 hours, or even last week or so. So well done. Welcome. Good to speak to you finally. I'm still in shock of how much my portfolio has grown and feel like it's not real. Yeah, Cajun Soul, when it gets like that, man, I tend to advise just taking even just a fraction. Just take a fraction of your profits, man, because it can be pretty humbling when it all. I'll tell a story. I was trading oil back in May last year, and I made like 15 grand in the week because it was coming up to OPEC, and they were going to cut supply. It was a no-brainer. They were definitely going to cut supply. So when they cut supply, obviously it's going to drive the per barrel price of oil up, and so I played heavily into that, and then I went to the pub to celebrate, forgot to set stop losses, and by the time I got home, Trump had come out and run his mouth about selling off northern oil fields, and something else had happened, and I'd lost easy 8 grand, 8,000, easy. So yeah, it's always good to take a little bit of profit on the way, even if it's just a fraction. Just like, if you don't, someone said it yesterday, if you don't have an exit strategy, you're just gambling. And that's so true. I didn't word it quite like that, but I think whenever you're buying coins, you should have an exit strategy, at least to take some money out, bank some of those profits, realize the profits, because they're not realized until you've converted them. CryptoK said, Fish, how safe are the Android wallets? Do you have concerns of using those? I prefer paper or cold storage. Cold storage and paper, 100% safer, for sure, CryptoK. There are concerns with anything that's going to be online, man. Like the blockchain itself is not hackable due to the complexities of what that would require, and just the computing power. But individual wallets are certainly hackable. So yeah, it's a concern for sure, CryptoK. I don't actually have Android. I use my PC, Windows. I've got it encrypted, backed up, all that sort of stuff. But yeah, it still concerns me at times, man, for sure. I'm going to have to learn more about the hardware wallets, because I hear Trezor and Ledger Nano S are really secure as well. So yeah, it's getting to that point, CryptoK, where it's not an option now to be silly, at all with what I've got. Oh, Daniel Chippendale dropping news live on the Crypto Wave Investment Crew. Checked Binance earlier today. Wasn't accepting. I just tried again. All systems go. Good to hear, mate. So yeah, if you are looking to trade on Binance, I do have a referral link in the description of the video. And you're welcome to use that if you're looking to sign up to Binance. I think I'm crazy not to have gone into the ICX ICO. Hindsight's easy said. Ian Spicer, DGB, Digibytes. It dropped a little bit from memory. I thought I saw it coming into buy range. I haven't had a look at it in ages though, dude. Didn't it have a run up and then drop? Let me just have a quick look at the chart and see what we're having a look at. Good to see you, by the way. Software wallets for me, Medi, but I should be using hardware wallets, man. Especially on some of the well, no, sorry, it hasn't dipped back. It's just kept going. It's only come back 3%. Digipoints, wow. Yeah, super parabolic. Fibonacci sequence, and that's big growth, man. It's sort of, I'd be looking at 9 cents at the earliest for my buyback, because that is so big growth. But I remember I do actually have some Digibytes from way back when I first got in, but I can't remember why. So I'd actually have to go back and read the project again and understand why I bought it. I only bought a fraction. So Caleb Saggio said, thoughts on Swiftcoin, $90 million trade volume. Well, it's a lot of trade volume. Let's have a look. The number of coins coming out in this economy, you will have to, excuse me, BitSwift. Is this the one you're talking about, Caleb? No, that can't be it. Swift coin. SWFTC. Oh, thank you. I got it. SWFTC. Excuse me. Wow. Okay, yeah, you're right. 95 million in trade volume. Unknown circulating supply. Unknown market cap. Yeah, yep, I think I'm on the right one now, Seb. Thanks for Caleb. Thanks for answering, bro. Just having a look. Welcome to the world of Swiftcoin, cryptocurrency exchange by one click. And either a slow website or my internet's slow. User yen to euro. Cool. Quick and easy process, affordability. So yeah, right. I'm just trying to find out whether there's actually a home about us, technical adventures, contact us. Is this actually an operation though? I don't think it is, because there's no way saying, you know, trial now or something like that. But the way the exchanges has been going, if you've got a well, it's hard to say whether it's a sleeping giant, Caleb, because it's not even, the circulating supply's not even been determined yet. I haven't even looked at the white paper, and this is the first I've ever heard of it. So I don't know how long it's been sleeping for, because how long ago was it released? Let me have a look. No, yeah, no, it's something that's been released in, like, it was only released yesterday. So that's an early one. That's like an early bird special, you might call that one, if you think it's cheap, but it's not like a sleeping giant, something that's been on market a while, has been around, tried and tested, for some reason has missed all the run-ups and has just gone, you know, along quietly unnoticed, like Factum did before it went exploding. This is more of an early bird special, man, if you really like it. Yeah, wrong words, yeah. But no, that's a cool thing, though. Like, Caleb's just dropped one on us that's just hit market. And if you're interested, guys, like, the exchanges have done really, really well. The problem that I have at the moment, Caleb, with Swiftcoin is that I don't know how many coins there are in the circulating supply. And so I don't know how to start calculating what I think the company might be worth. I'm just having a look at markets and seeing where it's available. Yeah, it's on OKX, HuBuy, HitBTC, and Ether Delta. There's a stack of volume, isn't there? It's a lot of volume. I'd love to know what the coin supply is. So I'd have to go and have a look into that and see what the actual coin supply is, because, you know, the coin price is sitting there at 8.5 cents. And if that's, you know, billion coins, that's 85 million. Yeah, $85 million, right? If it's, you know, 100 million coins, it's a lot less than that. So it's it's a lot more than that in terms of the market cap. So I find it really hard to value without actually knowing the supply. Jia said Ether Network is taking a big shit. 31K transactions pending. Wow, that's a lot, eh? Simon GTA, have you looked into eBoost on Bittrex? Had a volume almost as big as its market cap, and they have big baller brand invested. I've seen it happen a few times, Simon, where you know, pretty much everything that is market is a buy, and it goes up. You know, it goes up. The market cap goes up by the same amount that volume is traded, basically. So it's not traded in and out. It's just a constant buy stream. I've seen that happen before. So it usually is a fairly strong indication, but you got to be careful in this economy, just basing everything on trade signals and volume signals. All right, this is my last question for the day, guys. BP, PIVX, can you explain what exactly... I really don't know, man. I got no idea. The funny thing is, BP, I've got both. of those things. Like, I'm not being arrogant. I'm not saying personally. I'm just saying, yeah, crypto name exactly. So, man, I'm not sure exactly what's required, but I got a big bag to, not me personally, again, on behalf of an investment crew, but I've got a big old bag. I go on YouTube every day, so I'm not, and I'm a former captain of national team in sports, so I'm not sure exactly what they're requiring, but I'll keep knocking down those doors, man. You know me. Oh, really? Jiao, I said last comment, but Jiao's gonna get the last say today because that's important. Thank you, Jiao. Jiao has said, eBoost is a shiller coin. I saw one of the founders admitting insider trading before announcements. Please take caution with that coin. Could be good, but I suggest you take some cautions. Thanks, guys, and great work. Yeah, peace from Norway. Good on you, Simon. Peace from Australia. Jiao, thanks for dropping that info, man. As always, just really, really valuable to the crew. Guys, I'm gonna catch up with you all tomorrow. It's been a fun combo. It's getting very hot here in Australia, and I need to get some lunch and get some work done. So I'll catch up with you all tomorrow. Thanks for dropping in, and we'll see you tomorrow for another one. Bye.